Dragi navijači Crvene zvezde, posebna mi je čast i zadovoljstvo što ovu našu zvezdašku dnevnu sobu delim sa legendarnim strancem koji je igrao u crveno-belom dresu. Je sada ova reč stranac možda i nije najprikladnija kada je u pitanju vaš i moj današnji gost, a to je Mičel internacionalac koji ima jedan od najvećeg broja nastupa u crveno-belom dresu u našoj bogatoj klupskoj istoriji. Prvi strani kapiten u crveno-belom dresu i prvi stranac kapiten koji je nosio kapitensku traku na večitom derbiju. Verujem da jedva čekate da vidite njegovo lice. Mitch, welcome to our Delije Red Star fans or Red and White living room on Zvezda TV. First time you're in studio and how you feel? Welcome home.
Thank you, thank you. I feel very good. I mean, it's been a long time that I was here, but I'm happy to be back.
Something changed. We open official TV station of our football club.
Yes.
Doesn't exist when you were playing, but never late for appear here for our fans.
Yes. No, I was surprised because, like you said, when I was here, they was not here. I mean, I always had to travel to the city or whatever, but it's nice having me. Thank you.
Be comfortable here, and we will make some quick review or short questions just to remember the younger fans of your bright career here in red and white jersey.
Yeah, okay.
That August 2015, when you came to Belgrade and getting know which situation here and Red Star as well, probably you had some dreams, and but you have no clue what to expect in Belgrade. First impressions was like what?
I mean, of course, I know about Red Star, not as much as what I know now, but I was in Russia, and I remember that I was playing with two Serbian players. One of them was Perendia, I think.
In Mordovia?
Yeah, in Mordovia. And he told me, like, hey, Mitch, there are some newspapers, they talk about you, about Red Star and this. I say, yeah, I don't know, but okay, I know Red Star, but we will see. And they say, are you crazy? And they speak in Serbian, Tisi Lut, I don't know what they were saying to me. I say, I don't understand, you know. And they say, please, go do your research and look. And I saw, like, okay, you know. And actually, when I signed here, and okay, the expectations from myself are always high, because I expect a lot from myself. But what I could expect from the club itself, yeah, that always will show in the future, because it depends on your, of course, of your performance. And I could never dream what I have achieved here before when I came here.
Your expectations, comparison to your achievements, let's say dream come true in red and white jersey. Titles 2016 and 2018, let's say your first season here and your last season in red and white jersey. Yeah. But we will see in the future. Last season in the first part. That was crowned by national championship title. That was an honor. In that transition period in club, it was not easy also for players, nor for fans, nor for functioning of club. But still, somehow you scored your goals, and somehow you show off your abilities and reach to the greatest achievements. When you remember that period from this perspective, which emotion is priority?
I mean, like you said, in the first year, you know, I think when I came, you know, I'm a guy, I like to motivate myself on the highest level, you know. Sometimes I'm very emotional also to, for example, the people next to me, because I expect a lot from myself, but also from the people next to me. And I think that everything was, I think, right, you know, the coach, the feeling they give me, the fans, the way I felt when I wear the jersey, when I tie my shoes, the way of training, everything made, for me especially, made me feel like special. And I think that made us, you know, completely and totally, I think, champion after, I think, a difficult period for Red Star.
you gave 200%, all of you, of your abilities and make that great achievements. But when you are telling a story about motivation and about relation with colleagues, with your teammates and other players and other people in the staff, it was like fairy tale, those years, 2016, 2018, because of winning of championship. But in that fairy tale, we need a supervillain, and supervillain was obviously Gellor Kanga.
Yes, look, I mean, like with Kanga, it was always like, how can I say, special guy, you know. But you could see it's a good guy. But sometimes you have, you know, when you're younger or, you know, different environment, different people, you know, you have some people, they react differently on stress, pressure, a nice city, good fans, a lot of fans, you know, big club. So everybody have a different reaction to all of those things. And yeah, he had sometimes, you know, emotional reaction that was not really necessary. And yeah, people like me who's also an emotional guy, yeah, they give reaction back sometimes. But like I always say, like if you care for somebody, if you have some love for some person, then you give a emotional reaction, because the person that you really like, they can, you know, make
easily
loose.
Come to you.
Yes, they can get under your skin because you care about that person, you know. And I had the same with Kanga. Okay, it's not that you always need to drink coffee with each other or need to party or sleep together, you know, outside of the club. But you have a good relationship. But yeah, sometimes we fought. We had a fight because both emotional. And after you drink again and everything is okay.
And that's a pure formula for brotherhood love.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
When we are about brotherhood, not to mention that you were from first game in Surdulica, one of the let's say preferences of our fans, one of the players we look you with admiring, you know, to you, and you were favorite from very beginning. That's a special feeling, and that's an outrageous situation, especially when we are talking about accommodation, adaptation in Belgrade and in new environment, and our fans are really high expectations that way. So it's not easy to achieve that.
No, it was not. But like I said, I don't know how it is for everybody else, but for me it was like really a fairy tale, you know. I mean, I remember when I played my first game and we had the warming up, and you know, you hear the fans screaming, "Hey Donald, hey, come on, blah 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 blah." But for me, it never felt like pressure. It always felt like, you know, the sentence, the 12th man. You know, like the fans gave me so much energy, so much fire, what made me, you know, play as good as I did here at Red Star. So for me, it never felt as pressure, to be honest.
In medias, in newspaper, especially sports one, who follow sports and football as well as the most important thing besides family and regular daily activities, we have that sentence, fans are 12th player.
Yes.
So about Marakane, about Red Star fans, about northern part of stadium, it's obvious for sure.
Yeah.
Not to be shy or nor modest, but let's say top 10 in the world.
Top 5, you can say easily.
Okay, okay.
Sure.
Thank you very much for dear compliments.
Yeah.
And when you change your routines, when you change club, probably your expectations are very high when you left Belgrade that way. So you compare to Red Star fans everything, and to atmosphere on Marakane. Probably there is no substitution for that.
No. I think, look, I'm a guy, when I make a decision, I make it and I stand behind it. You know, I think like not only man or woman or whatever, but I'm always been like that. If I choose something, I stand behind it and I defend it. I choose that time for me to move. I will not say it was a mistake, but it felt like it, especially because, as the question that you asked me now, how it was, the atmosphere or whatever, that love I never felt after that. When it comes to with the fans, for example, I went to Turkey. Yeah, you can never compare that, never. So yeah, that 12th man, I missed a lot when I left.
They made a special wave which you use to surf on it 19 minutes, but probably it's a special experience for other people who come from foreign countries or first time in Belgrade or first time to watch game or fans of a opponent club. It's a special experience also for them. You took several people to our games and they had outrageous experience about
yes.
not only football but everything else.
And I can tell you the people that I brought, they are not some people who are not familiar with the supporters, and you know, so they are used to something. And I told them before, I said, look, our home, our stadium, our fans, this is nothing like you ever seen before in your life. But I know you are stubborn, so I will bring you and you experience yourself. And I remember that when we had the game, and I think it was the derby, after the game we go home, we relaxed, I think we drink something together, and he looked at me, he looked like, what happened here today, you know, like this was...
In that middle world,
yes.
middle world, yeah,
like,
I know what you want to say.
This is unbelievable, you know, and they went to also other countries and also derbies. He said, but this is by far the most emotional and nicest one to be at, you know, the emotionals are so high. I say this is really a nice experience.
Bravo.
Yeah.
And what's the feeling when you are actually holding Red Star armor and red and white jersey in that emotional, let's say, mixture, cocktail?
I cannot explain, you know, everything what is that special, you can't explain. You know, because if you could explain it, I mean, like, it maybe sounds a little bit cliche, but that what is really special, most of the time you cannot explain. You know, okay, I can say like the formal words, like it feels amazing, but it's
more than that.
Much more than that, much more. You know, I mean, like, I couldn't sleep sometimes. You know, from the adrenaline. When you go on the pitch, the first minutes you feel all your body is like you are flying. But when the whistle go, like blood, you know, you cannot explain it. The feeling is amazing.
Kadu once said it was like a dream. Every game was like a dream, and you know the period after sleeping, you barely can remember what's all about in that dream, you know. So even you play games and tomorrow you have no clue what happened.
Yeah.
That kind of
because you go in trance, you know, you go such in, you know, you become something or somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, I'm not a guy, I don't hate people, or I don't, you know, even if you support another team or whatever, but when I come on the pitch, like, you know, okay, I need to watch out what I say, you know, but I become somebody else, you know, and like you die for the club, you die for the colors, and after that you do maybe something what you didn't want to do, but at that moment you don't care about nothing else than just to defend the flags.
And this what we have now, this conversation is true Red Star conversation. It's a true spirit of Marakane Stadium and true spirit of our big sport, red and white family. Thank you very much for that and for your honesty. Especially what's interesting is opponents. We now seen this part of inside story, but when someone comes outside of stadium for that 19 minutes, maybe for the first time, maybe foreign teams, as a captain, you had a wide view of that, and you suspect them a lot, you know, and you can see, are they frightened, are they amazed?
I can tell you they were, I don't say that they are afraid or whatever, but I could say they were really impressed. I mean, like, I can tell you myself, I was playing in Russia, and we had a friendly match against Red Star, and I was playing in Mordovia, and I remember from my experience that I was like, well, you know, you see graffiti, long tunnel, nice jerseys, red and white, big stadium, and okay, I was used to something, but I felt also like, okay, you know, like, you know, keep yourself together, Mitch. You need to have a game, you know. So I know what it can do, and there were no fans in the stadium. Yeah, a couple, because it was friendly match, you know. It was big, I think, beginning of the season, something like that. And so I could understand, but I have seen the eyes of people who came when we play Europa League or whatever, with I think 50,000 people. How can you not be afraid? How can you not be impressed? You know, and I saw that, and I mean, if you come to Marakane, you have a problem.
Okay, one of the favorite games, my opinion, was against Irtish at Marakane. You scored in 10 minutes. Again, fight with Kanga, who will shoot that free kick.
Yes.
And the special situation about that game was northern part of stadium. We were punished as a club, as a fans.
Yeah.
Northern part of stadium was empty, and all of the craziest fans were on southern part. So, and you scored on north. And then you run maybe for the first and last time in your life the other side of stadium.
100 meters.
Yes.
Yes, it was a special moment. And like you said, I remember because, okay, Kanga, he have a very good assist in his legs, you know. But, you know, sometimes when you feel, I'm also like a feeling person.
Intuitive, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I look at the goal and the ball, and Kanga was next to me, and he wanted to touch the ball. I said, don't touch the ball. Don't touch my ball, you know? Like, I saw that I would score before I shoot. Yeah, and I put the ball there, and like everything gets silence, you know? Like, it's, like I said, some things you cannot explain. And I shoot, bam, goal, and yeah.
Celebration start.
Yes.
Yeah, but Kanga late a little bit, few seconds.
This is not my problem, you know. At the end we get the point, so he was happy, but he was happy after. Nah. First 5 seconds he was like, but after he was happy, and like I said, the brotherhood, you know, emotions.
Yeah,
everything was okay.
For sure.
Yeah, and then I had to run to our fans.
That game also Slavoljub Srnić scored,
yes.
And when we mentioned Kanga and Slavoljub, they are now
teammates.
They are now teammates again, and
little bit jealous.
Red and white jersey, yeah, and probably a little bit jealous. But
I'm a little bit jealous.
But maybe in some point of short future, as I would like, all of you will merge again. And
I hope so. I have to be honest, you know, many people have asked me this question. You know, like, hey, when you come back, will you come back? You know, and I say from my side, I'm always ready to come home. You know,
of course, of the club.
Of course, of the club, it have to be maybe the right time, or you know, on the position or whatever. But for me, I'm always ready.
That status of a VVIP holder and the player in a team, and a holder of an emblem of a red star on your chest, from the very first day was obvious. But one game, let's say, written the history with the golden letters in our huge archives and also in our huge tradition of a football club of Red Star. So that was your 105th game. It was derby against Partizan, and then Kadu had also 105 games in a red and white jersey. Everything after that was history. Not much games. Two more, but enough for record, and one more record. First captain of Red Star, international captain, not a domestic player, and first foreign captain in a derby against Partizan. Such a pressure, but such an honor.
Yes, I mean, I think that was maybe the first time in my time in Red Star that I felt some kind of pressure. When the coach called me, I remember, and he told me, Mitch, you are captain today, from now on. And, you know, I have some attitude. I don't want to show that it's, you know, like surprising. I wanted to smile and dance like a small kid in the room, but I tried to keep it cool, you know. And then, especially like you said, against Partizan, again, that was something you cannot explain. You know, like that game, you really become somebody else. Yeah.
Night after that, you come home and look yourself in the mirror and probably say you were captain on one of the biggest derbies in the world.
Yes, and
that's a kid dream come true.
And like I said, for example, on that moment, there is so much emotions going on that you are almost like paralyzed for the emotions coming through and understanding, you know, what is actually going on. But when you come home and you have your family, your friends, or you see, or for example, on your telephone, or I always look the game again, you know, to analyze what went wrong, what was good. You say, what was going on? You know, you hold your head, like, and then you realize actually, like, this is really big, man. You know, like how proud you are that this really happened. And then exactly like, I think from the first match, you know, like the first question, like, you know, have you ever thought about the dreams, how it would be after, in the future? No. But when this happened, it's like, yeah, this is more than a dream come true.
Yeah, and even though in those 3 years you scored not in a position of scorer, in a position of a central midfielder, you scored 15 goals. Such a result for a player your type. Your tasks were to transfer the ball and to create the game. Beside of that, you probably haven't had a dream which come true.
Yeah.
You cannot even imagine that was your destiny. That was probably your deep core dream which come true, maybe from childhood.
Yeah, look, the thing is with me, you know what is the funny thing with me? Since I was small, you know, and I grew up at the academy of Ajax, you know, I was never the first, for example, the first to get his contract or first to make his debut. But always when I get it, it's always like it's double, you know, like it's double good or double, I mean, and it is the same from, you know, what I get from my home, like, never look at the things that you don't have, you know, look at the things that you have. And that made for me always like, you know, I was never jealous or never, you know, but I was always I'm very competitive. Like, okay, I'm happy that you got it, you know, but now it's time for me to get it also. And I think that, that made me to the man that I am or the player that I am, you know, till today. And I think that helped me a lot, you know, during my career.
Perfect Puzzle merged that August 2015 because your mentality is suited to Marakane. As we say, for example, Marko Pantelic was captain of Red Star and one of the favorite foreigners in Ajax team because of the mentality.
Yeah,
people in Dutch really like fighters, you know.
Exactly,
they like blood, they like to the core playing football. You
exactly.
know? The old way, classical way of football, Johan Cruyff way.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know what it is? I mean, at the end of the day, and that is a message also to, I think, especially the young kids who are coming up now, to have talent just can bring you as far as your talent brings you. But when it comes to character and hard working and, you know, the love and passion you put in your sport, that will bring you at the end much further than, for example, the talent and those things. You know, there is a big difference because everybody is born with a portion of talent. But after it will come, how hard you want to work for it, how hard you believe in it, you know, and those things make then that you will come far.
There is something in those red and white colors in jersey. Probably your baby dream was to be a captain of a red and white jersey. Yeah. Never happened in Ajax, but that was maybe some destiny clue.
Yeah, look, the thing is, you know what it is with me? Look, you have captains who really get crowned with the band. And you have leaders in the team without it.
Yeah, bro.
You know, and to be honest, even if I wouldn't be crowned with the band, you feel like who is the leader in a team.
Yeah.
You know, you feel that. And it's not that I say I do those things to be a captain. No, it's you are or you are not.
Yeah.
You know, you have leaders and you have followers. It doesn't matter if you are a follower, as long as if you have good leaders, you know, and that is important.
And there is exact order about that. Yeah.
And I think that we had a very, you know, like I said, we had an amazing team. You know what I mean? I don't say that it has to be the best team when it comes to football or tactics, but everything was connected, you know, the fight that we had with each other, the people who were working around, you know, I mean, like, there was nobody really who looking down on somebody. And if that person did it, he had a problem with a couple of guys in the team.
The rest, yeah.
Because, you know, we are nothing more and nothing less than, for example, Gagi, who make for us when we are sleeping or at home. He makes sure that we can make training in our fresh clothes and our new socks and our clean shoes for us the next day. So we would never allow somebody to, you know, speak badly to those people. So I think that was the right balance what we had in the team.
The same part of success for all teammates and people, that invisible people around.
Yes, yes, but you know, and many people forget that, you know. I mean, okay, being a football player, many people think like, you know, like
you are the chosen one.
You are the chosen one and everything. Okay, maybe it is, but it doesn't make us more special or more important than nobody else. We are all the same, you know. And I think that nobody needs to forget that, because what you have today can be taken from you away tomorrow.
Mitch, thank you for your precious time that you shared with us and with all our fans, and for a last, let's say, reminder, some message for our fans, which will give them from your side more energy to be to continue.
First of all, this is a nice moment to say thank you also to the fans, because until today, I think it's almost 4 years that I left. But it looks like I'm still here with the love and the communication and the messages what I get on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. So thank you for that. I still appreciate it for me and my family. And for example, what I want to say is still, you know, come to the game, support the guys. You know, they need it like we needed it like a few years ago. And I know how much more energy it gives us if you come to the game. So continue as you are, and yeah, let's fight for our club.
Again, coming back to that August 2015, if you skipped your chance, your opportunity to come here, would your life be different in a way of regretting for someone?
Definitely, definitely. I think I can say it's not, I think, it's the best choice I made in my whole career.
Then welcome home back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.